our first comic, ladies and gentlemen, give a loud round of applause for Mr. Brent Goodman! Give him up here!
Ryan didn't see anything. Don't touch her, dude. So, I was told that I'm more funnier than my jokes, so I think I'll start off first that if you meet a model in real life and then you find her on Facebook, don't do a 5-page email about dogs and cats. And you will, if you don't get blocked, you will get deleted or blocked within a few of the next 6 emails about dogs and cats. And I ride horses too. I grew up in the suburbs in San Diego, but lived on the coast my whole life, whether it's Oakland, California, or Los Angeles, where I'm in Long Beach now, but I lived in Los Angeles for 5 years until I ran out of money. And so it would be funny if it wasn't true. But I saw a book about horses because I own 4,000 art books and nonfiction books, and I didn't just go to Craigslist and just buy some old man's collection after he died and like the kid just needed to unload stuff for an estate sale. I actually bought over like 5,000, 4,000 books one at a time. So now my dad says I can't buy any more books, but I'm Jewish. I'm doing research about racist people, and I checked out the library. I had to get a special order of the Henry Ford books, The International Jew, where he basically badmouths Jews, and he intentionally bought car dealerships in order to open a magazine about how much he hated Jews in the 1930s. So, but I'm in finals, so I haven't got a chance to read it yet. But I do have I do subscribe to Miniature Horse World, and it's not, and like, I want to own a miniature horse. My parents have to explain to me that you need the money, you can't keep it in the backyard, we're not zoned for this. So I'm getting my teaching credential, but again, I grew up near the coast, beach cities, but in order to have a horse, you need to be zoned, so you need to like move out to outskirts. And when you go there, there's much different than beach city people. They're not Jerry Springer, because they're not like hitting each other in the grocery store, but they're still not, I mean, to someone in Nebraska, they're still Southern California Beach Boys and surfer dudes, but to me, they're kind of like hicks. But I'll be willing to have my kids, when I have a family one day, be hicks, if I can have a horse, and just live by the ocean, and I can have one bedroom apartment where I can't own anything except like a TV set, and that's really the most I could go for. So, and like, it turns out in the horse world, you need to know people. Like my horse riding lessons, I still need to volunteer and do all the stuff just to get a recommendation to get a miniature horse. If I cold call someone about the miniature horses I can't afford right now, all I get on the phone is just like either the machine, or if they talk to me, they're like, we're going to need some like recommendations to see who you really are if you can really get one of these things. They have cats that are called Savannah cats. Anybody here know about Savannah cats? You do? Yes. Okay. Okay, so there's Savannahs, Pixie Bogs, Bengals, Chaucer cats, Toiger cats, puppy cats, and then now they have glow-in-the-dark cats, but they're all for science experiments. So this is not a joke. I actually emailed, not Pfizer, but the Will Rogers Institute, whatever, that does these science experiments. I emailed them after I found out they've been having glow-in-the-dark cats since 2008, where they specifically, what's it called? I'm trying to think of the science term. I'm not good at science. So they like do test tube like baby a cat with the jellyfish DNA. So the glow, then they give it feline leukemia, which is feline AIDS, and monkeys and cats both can get AIDS like humans. And so if the cat doesn't die from the AIDS and somehow fights it, then the research is done. But then so I said, like, if you're going to put the cat to sleep, it's like Watership Down or Plague Dogs by Richard Adams or something. So I said, I want to adopt those cats, and then of course I didn't get an email back. But maybe the scientist who like gives the cat AIDS keeps him or something. There was a cat I wanted to own, and I had talked to the owners about. It was half Bengal, half Savannah, and it's the kind of cat that is really good house cat, but it looks like a wild cat. Angelina Jolie owns one, and so does the Prince of Morocco. But it turns out if they escaped and got loose and they got out of your property, they killed a Chihuahua because they still have blood of they basically have the same bloodline as a cheetah, but they're the smaller version. Whether they're from, the Bengal is from, what's it called, Malaysia, and it might eat a smaller cat, but I'm still gonna own one. So when I email these bikini models I like, that I either meet in real life at the Comic-Con auto show, or if I like, come across them online, I like just doing a random search, or like even if I'm Google imaging, like Google searching my name just to see what images come up. Sometimes there might be a bikini model, okay, she's hot, so I'll find her on Facebook, email her, but then like, you'd be surprised that only a handful of them block me for mentioning random things like miniature horses and some of them actually respond back, and it's like, well, okay, cool, you know, maybe they're just not used to this. They're like, okay, yeah, I was that model on that TV show wearing the bikini, yeah. Okay, cool, yeah. But, you know, who knows? I invited a handful of them here. One of them who I was really hoping would come, I was not able to invite because I'd be in handcuffs right now if I did. So, if someone blocks you twice and leaves your stuff at Comic-Con to be thrown out, it's pretty much a sign, you know, telling you you're garbage. So, but at the same time, I still thought she was the, you know, the coolest person on earth. So, which is kind of weird and sad, like twisted. So, because I even gave her my old copies of Miniature Horse magazine. Then I kind of showed up at Wendy's. I got an email saying, "We found your stuff at Comic-Con with your business card. Is this yours?" And I was like, "Oh shit!" And I was too embarrassed to tell my parents about it. They knew I was chasing after her or whatever, trying to get her attention. I was too embarrassed to tell my parents that I had to go to Wendy's to pick up my stuff that got thrown out. My dad had warned me ahead of time, if you give any gifts to people at Comic-Con, they're just gonna get tossed within a day. But I got to meet some of my favorite artists like Skinner Man or these other the Shiflett brothers who do like the biggest sculptors right now are doing toys. So I got to give them mugs, and the Shiflett's brother's mom was really glad to get a mug. It looked like it came out of Labyrinth. That little worm creature ended a mug like that. And, Skinner Man, I made a penis mug with an erection. This is not a joke, I really did.
Sorry, dude, but your time's up.
Oh! Brent Goodman! He's been kicked out of so many libraries! Just for that information alone. First off, for comics, once you see the red light, that means to wrap it up because we got so much talent tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You can't handle it, but we're going to handle it. Also, I just learned that, ladies and gentlemen, one of the owners of the comedy club is here tonight, and he or she is going to choose some of the favorites tonight to go on our amateur comedy contest. How awesome is that? No pressure! No pressure, but